haven't used a chainsaw before, don't pick it up. But the only reason I have a chainsaw is that if the fire gets outside the line and we have to put in another check line, we may need to cut some stuff. So if I call you and you're the closest person to the chainsaw and you're capable of using it, I've got, you push this down, pull the trigger, put it on choke. I've got a chain lock on here.
Is that a 250?
I don't know.
They flood real easily because once you hear it start, now go ahead and take it off choke or you'll flood it.
Make sure the switch is on. I don't have a continuous fuel bed in my lines. I'm not really worried about fire crossing my line. I'm going to divide you guys into holders and burners. I've got 2 drip torches. And the burners are going to be exerting some energy because you're going to be walking through the woods dragging fire. I can rotate burners. You know, the same people that start dragging the torch don't have to end up at the end of the day with the torches. We can trade off. Everybody have a backpack, something to carry your food in. I've got one more harness if you need it. Okay. At the end of the day, I don't know if you brought a change of clothes with you or not. Something you can, if you have an opportunity to change your clothes before you go home, that's a good idea. Make sure you wash your clothes. You're going to have soot and you may have some fuel in you on your clothes. Just keep clean afterwards. So it's heating up out here. Andrea said she came across a rattlesnake on one of the warm days. So I've got neighbors here. Hal owns land right next to this, and he's got 100 acres that direction. Andrea and her family, they ride horses out here. They're a presence out here for me. So they see a lot. So we may see some snakes today. It's warming up. I haven't seen rattlesnakes. I've seen little brown snakes. I see armadillos. If I had a pistol, I'd kill every one of them. So I don't think you're, so just be aware there may be some bugs and spiders and snakes out here. Treat them with caution. I don't think, we've come through some cold weather, so I don't think the sap's coming up out of the roots in the sumac or the poison ivy or oak. So I don't think that's going to be an issue, but if you're sensitive to it, the hairy vines on the trees you don't want to get close to. It has rained and snowed recently, so my lines are going down the slope, and there may be some slippery slope to walk on. Be careful of your footing. There's loose rock. Watch your step as you're making the round on the fire line. There's snags, there's dead branches. You'll see that going around the line, I've snipped off a lot of smaller stems. Be careful. You don't want to hurt your eyes falling into a branch or a stub, and you certainly don't want to fall on these stubs. Just be conscious of where you are out in the woods. There's stump holes from those 25-year-old stumps out there. There's animal burrows. So if you get out in the woods off the line, watch your step, be careful. Every acre of that, there may be some, haven't seen any, but there may be trash piles out there, glass, rusty steel. Be aware of your surroundings. Let me give you a radio. Okay, so if you read it, the screen should say 15 with a little 10.
Yep.
Okay, we're on channel 15, and then there's a code 10. That's a privacy code, and so hopefully we will only hear each other. So I need each one of you to test your radio. So one at a time. I'm going to start over here.
Red.
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 Push the right hand side.
Yeah, left hand side.
Red.
Left hand side.
Oh, push the
Hello.
Oh.
Red. Okay.
Red.
All right.
Red.
This button over here.
You got me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Red. Red. Red.
Okay. So torches. So those of you that are dragging a torch, this is a drip torch. It's a mix diesel fuel and gasoline for the fuel mix, and it's about a 4 to 1. 1 gallon of gasoline for 4 gallons of diesel. And the jerry cans back there have the drip torch fuel in it. So the drip torches have a wand. Take the drip torch out. They have a stopper on the inside. We need to unscrew the stopper, and you can put the stopper in this holding pit. Pull the wand up and then screw this down, hand tighten it. And then there's a vent screw right here. You're going to open that up, and that allows air to get in the tank while fuel is spilling out. So I've got a whole lot of fuel. We're not going to use a whole lot of fuel, but we'll use as much as we need to. We're filling those if I'm not around. There's a spout that goes on the tank, on the jerry can. So our weather today is going to be exceptional. So I get the Weather Service offers, in spite of the new administration coming in, the Weather Service is very responsive. They gave me a spot weather forecast for this location. So this is what I'm anticipating. By 10 o'clock, I'm looking at 53 degrees on site, relative humidity of 71, a west wind. I'm looking at a mixing height of 1,400 feet above ground level. So those of you that've been through the class, you know, they say at least 1700 AGL. So between 10 and noon, we're going to get there. I'm going to take a risk, a measured risk. I'm going to start our test fire around 10 o'clock.